Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. So, I'm going to react to another fan-made Tom story by Brightonterrier that was adapted by Lego Ranger 1, which premiered on August 17th, earlier this year it is, and this one is called Henrietta. So, I did the last video I reacted to by Lego Ranger 1 was the Bicycle Blunders one, which was the last one that was recorded in my old room. It was. If you want to see my that out, I'll have it up in the top right corner of your screen. Apparently, of course, this is apparently the final Thomas video that he's made, but there has been a few more that has been re-uploaded since then. But I think Lego Ranger 1 is pretty much done with making Thomas videos, and that's really is a shame. Really is a shame. I really have enjoyed his videos, but guess he just wants to move on and do something else, which obviously I don't blame him for. If you want to move on and do something else you love, then go for it. 100% go for it. So this is finishes off the saga of branch engines and buses. We've obviously the last few videos I have reacted to by him have been part of this little bit of a saga that Brightonterrier made. So yeah, really do enjoy Brightonterrier stories. It's been a while since I last reacted to one of his, and yeah, basically all I gotta say. Link to I'm reacting to in the description down below as always. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. Let's have one last ride with Lego Ranger 1. Henrietta. Story about Toby and Henrietta. Our old local fan engine. The brains. Okay.
It was always said of Henrietta that she might be useful one day. Toby is certain of it and never leaves her behind. The two of them are attached and always joke. We know each other better than we know ourselves.
Yep, they definitely do.
That is why, one day, Toby knew that something was wrong. "Is something troubling you?" he asked kindly. "Don't misunderstand me, but it feels as though we're on our old line." "Whatever do you mean?" "Well, ever since Daisy arrived, there's been no need for us on the passenger service. I'm very grateful to Sir Topham Hatt for bringing us here, but I long to be useful and full outside of the quarry run."
Oh.
Henrietta looked down at her buffers.
So that's why
"Our line closed when passengers stopped riding with us. I'm worried that may happen again." "Don't worry," he comforted. "I'll make sure nothing like our old line happens again.
Yeah.
Certainly not being turned into a henhouse anyway." "Do you promise?"
Isn't that a reference to the Richard Jordan story, Toby and the Old Coaches, or Bulgy? It is the Railway series story Bulgy, where Bulgy was turned into a hen house. I really want to know what that reference was.
"I promise," Toby said finally. That made it all right, and Henrietta felt better. They arranged their trucks and were soon ready to leave for the harbor. As Toby ran alongside the river, a little lorry overtook them. It gave a quick and zoomed away. Henrietta sighed. "Chin up," said Toby. "Don't let them get you down. You never know when you'll be glad you came along." "You're right," Henrietta smiled. "After all,
There we go.
where would you be without me?" Toby smiled back knowingly. They reached a nearby station, and Toby stopped for a drink, when suddenly the station master ran up, with a frantic-looking man in tow. "This man's lorry has overheated in town, and needs to deliver his goods to the junction.
Was that the lorry
Do you think you can help?" "Of course," Toby's driver replied. "We'll take it in Henrietta." The old coach was excited. But not when she saw what the lorry was carrying. Toby!
It's chickens! Chickens! They're going to be carrying chickens, so obviously we know Bulgy had chickens in his ride once.
You promised! She wailed.
Wow.
Toby chuckled. I know. But remember our old line? You always wanted to take traffic away from the roads. Henrietta wasn't amused, but relented as the last chicken cage was safely stored on her floorboards.
So now you know how Bulgy felt when he had to take when he had chickens on him.
The trip wasn't all plain sailing. The chickens flapped, squawked, and thrashed in their cages. Henrietta was glad when it was nearly finished. Leaving their trucks at the harbor, Toby quickly made a dash for the junction, where the chickens were offloaded to wait for Edward. The driver and fireman helped the guards sweep and clean Henrietta's floorboards and cushions. They cleaned her so well, you'd hardly suspect she'd been anything but a coach.
Wow. There goes Edward.
When Edward was out of sight, Toby rang his bell goodbye, and the two returned back to the harbor. So, Toby asked, how did you enjoy being useful once again? I suppose you really never do know when you'll come in handy, she began. But for now, I think I'll be content with our runs to the quarry. Toby chuckled as they arranged their empty trucks and headed off to collect the workmen for the trip home.
And that's it. Wow, just a nice little Toby and Henrietta story, where Henrietta wants to be useful, and she is, but not in the way you expected right there. Oh, now Henrietta knows how Bulgy felt when he had chickens on his bus. If Bulgy writes in his canon to your timeline, it is. Probably not, because the events are probably forgotten thanks to unscheduled stops. But yeah, that was just a little nice slice of life story with Toby and Henrietta. It was right there. Well, I guess you could say Henrietta was useful in the end right there. Just not in the way she expected right there. You do want to see my previous Thomas reaction and an audio story or transit option. I'll have a playlist up on the top right corner of your screen right now. Today, New Year's Eve, is going to be a bit of a bumper day. It is, as I try to react to videos from this year I have yet to react to, so we can start 2025 off on a clean state. So there'll be reaction videos as normal, they will, and then later on tonight there'll be one last video where I will go over what went on this year in 2024, what happened with me, and what are my plans are for 2025. I'll also go over some of the notable highlights from this year. I will, so stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video I reacted to. Also know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, links both of them will be in the description down below. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, ring that bell to get notified when I upload new videos, and I post on the community tab, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!